Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going over to Thornbridge. This is a collaboration with Salt Beer Factory, and this is the Tupelo, or Tupelo. It's been a bit quiet because my mum's just been dropped off by a friend outside. But yes, this is the Tupelo Hazy Pale Ale, clocking in at 5.5%. So Brewing Tupelo gave us the opportunity to team up with our friends at Salt Beer Factory to create an exciting hazy pale ale using 6 varieties of hop, including the fantastic Sabro. Expect an abundance of tropical goodness with pineapple and coconut present throughout this easy drinking juice bomb. So this was kindly picked up by my good friend Adam from Mersey Beers when he did a bit of a Thornbridge haul, and this was one of the beers that he was really excited to try. Now, I've had a bit of like a mixed experience with Sabro. I know Sabro's like noted for its coconut aromas, which I've got to admit, I think I've had one beer that's had Sabro in where you could just smell coconut, and it was ridiculous how genuinely coconutty it smelled. And then some of them have just been a little bit sort of like generically tropical, but still nice, because it's, I think it all depends on how the brewer uses it and how people can sort of pick up different characters from it. Because I know some people don't get coconut at all from Sabro, but some people that's all they can taste. So I've had a sort of like mixed experience with it personally. So beer in a glass then, and yeah, it's hazy, it's bright as hell, a little bit cloudy, looks like a unfiltered lemon juice with just a film of head on the top. It's looking nice indeed, so let's give it a swirl and a sniff and see what we get. Stupidly juicy. Watermelon, pineapple. It's a sort of like a slight sharp lime edge. It's got like a sort of like a fruity cocktail aroma, like an alcoholic cocktail. I won't be able to say which one because I don't really dabble in cocktails. But yeah, it's very tropical, I'd say. It's got that sort of like lilt character. And on the nose, there is a subtle sort of, well, it's not subtle, it's definitely there, of coconut, but I don't know if that's because I mentioned coconut and I'm thinking about coconut because it's the Sabro hop, so. But yeah, it's as juicy as you like. Reminds me of those sort of like tinned fruit salads you used to be able to get. Well, you can still get. It's not like they stopped production. Do you remember when you used to be able to get Spam? That'd be a sad day if they stopped producing Spam and bacon grill. But yeah, it smells really damn good. It's even got like a slight mintiness to it. Like a mojito. Mojito, that's what it reminds me of. Reminds me of I don't know if they did it here in the UK, but in Germany, 7-Up, or whatever the German version of 7-Up is, they did a mojito. Or was it Sprite? It was either Sprite or 7-Up, but they did a mojito version. And this is what it reminds me of. Anyway, smells really damn good, so let's give it a taste. Cheers folks, and cheers Adam. First of all, it's just got a soft, creamy mouthfeel. It's as smooth as you like. Then you get this nice fizzly carbonation on the back end. It doesn't just like go. It's like this like last second like burst of life on the back end. It's got that slight tropical flavour, although I would say flavour-wise, it's got a little bit of a mintiness to it, but it is all about citrus for me in this. I keep looking out because I keep thinking someone's going to walk up behind me. Yeah, it's got that sort of like, when you've got sort of like really nice fresh water, and you've got some mint in there, and some lemon. That's what it's reminding me of. I'm not really getting too much coconut. You'd only say coconut because you know it's there, and you know Sabro is in there, so it's not like gonna be like tropical bounty sort of thing. But it's got those tropical edges. But to me, it's more citrusy and a little bit herbal. But yeah, it's to me, it's just like tastes like a mojito. It really, really is. The best thing about this beer for me is that body. It's as if it's like a 6.5 to 7% IPA from that body, and it's hopped. Excuse me, hopped really nicely as well. It's just one of those you can't put your finger on it, but it's just so damn satisfying to drink. And it could be one of the best Thornbridge beers that I've had. I've still got a couple more from the box that Adam dropped off for me. Most of it being like sort of more leaning towards the west coast, which I think Thornbridge do really, really well. The whole west coast style, it seems like people have sort of forgot how to brew them because they've been focusing on getting all the juice bombs, which is now, it seems like this has become the standard of what a pale ale and IPA will look like. But I think Thornbridge are really quite understated. They produce probably some of the most consistent supermarket beers for Tesco's. But yeah, they're West Coast leaning IPAs, and like the mountain IPAs that they've done are definitely some of the closest examples to an authentic West Coast, in my opinion. Because you get that bitterness that a lot of breweries say they've done on West Coast, but it's still sweet, it's still fruity, it's still tropical. Where's that like abrasive bitterness on the back end? That's what I look for in a West Coast style anyway. I know people are completely different, so I'm wrong. I am wrong just as you are right, and you are just as wrong as I am right. So that's the beauty of being subjective on YouTube. You don't usually put those two words together, do you? But yeah, this for me has been the best of the bunch so far from this little haul. I'm getting a bit more coconut now. More, it sort of like comes back with a vengeance. So it lingers a little bit longer. But it's not like as coconutty as one or two of the Sabra beers that I've had. But yeah, this is lovely. This is really, really nice. And at 5.5%, you could session the living shite out of it. And then regret it the next day, but life's all about doing stuff you might regret. So yeah, anyway, in terms of a rating then, I personally would like a little bit more coconut flavour. But then again, can they really get that? I don't know. I think it all depends on like the harvest and how it's utilised and how you get that sort of character out of it. And you know, is Sabra all about coconut? I don't know. But I'd like a little bit more coconutty flavour to it, like up front. But that's just the mildest of nitpicks. To me, this is still a 9 out of 10 beer. The body is fantastic. Salt Beer Factory are doing some absolute stonkers in the past like year or so, and they've teamed up with a brewery who definitely knows how to brew a good beer, because they've been doing it since 2005, and it shows in their beers. One of the most consistent breweries that you can get. I mean, they're not going to be the most sought after 9 times out of 10, and I definitely think there's a sort of perception of supermarket chic with them. Supermarket chic, what the fuck? That could work against them in certain fields in certain circles. Fucking hell, I can't speak. But if you like sort of like mojito with a bit of fresh mint, it's nailing it. It really, really is. It's amazing how much it reminds you of a nice non-alcoholic mojito. Sounds really poncy, doesn't it? Anyway, so if you tried this, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I'm very impressed with this. I'd happily drink more of that. Definitely one of the best of the bunch that I've had recently, and I've still got a couple left, so very much excited to try them, and I'm going to be revisiting Jaipur to see if I can finally get some appreciation for that beer, because I've had a bit of a torrid relationship with Jaipur, because every version I've had I've been bitterly disappointed. So there's no excuse when I'm getting it straight from the brewery in can form. I mean, in the keg probably, but you know, and on tap at the brewery then, or straight from the fermenters and stuff. But yeah, there's no reason for me to dislike Jaipur if it's straight from the brewery. So we shall see, but that's probably going to be about 2 weeks down the line, knowing my upload schedule. So yeah, go check out both Thornbridge and Salt Beer Factory. Both of their web shops are going to be down below. Massive thank you once again to Adam. His link is going to be in the description for his Untapped and his YouTube. Massively appreciate it, bud. You've given me an excuse to try breweries that I probably wouldn't go out my way to buy, or a lot of breweries that I just wouldn't buy anyway, or wouldn't know where to get their beers from. So I've been really appreciating the little beer swaps that we've been doing. And yeah, this is fantastic. So pick yourself up a can of this, because it's really damn good. Anyway, cheers for watching. If you tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. And yeah, hopefully you'll join me next time for another beer review. See you guys later.